Hello and welcome to session 20 of Primordial Harmony, a heavily modified playthrough of Wizards of the Coast's Princes of the Apocalypse and D&D Adventurer module. I'm your buddy and DM, Mike, and I'm joined by...
Hey, I'm Nyx. I play Alaria. She's a Wood Elf Ranger, and she's got her pet, Valora, who's a Panther.
I'm Tadeas, and I'm playing Hum. She is a gnome bard with a abandonment complex.
Yeah, recently developing. Hi, my name is Miles. I am playing Tadeas Adenoff, a very, very sleepy Osmer.
Oh, I forgot to mention to you, Cinna, that we go in alphabetical order by character name, so you would have actually gone after Illyria.
Oh. Well,
all
I'm
good.
Cinna, and I'm playing Delia, the gnome wizard.
And I am Justin, and I'm playing Zachariel Vitalis, the Fire Genocity Fighter, and Shovel Knight.
Extraordinary. Alright. When we last left the Excavators, Tadeas, with a haunting memory of a terrible nightmare and the advice of his angelic guide, set off ahead of the party, alone. He made it to Force Stride about a day ahead of them, exhausted and barely standing. He stumbled to the temple quarter after telling a curious gnomish student Akka off. To his dismay, the cleric in the Temple of Helm couldn't lift his curse, requiring a special type of diamond. When seeking the gem in town, Tadeas found that no jeweler had it in stock, and the only place that they were found was the town of Orbo. Disappointed, Tadeas sought lodging on the other side of town, away from the musical taverns, away from his parents, away from Vardos Lane, and passed out for the day. Meanwhile, Illyria received a letter from her brother, among other things lamenting a supply issue from Orboro, and elation at finishing a gift for Valora. Carahil sadly confessed that after returning the Force Stride she could not continue to adventure with the rest of the party, but made a promise that if the time was right, she would join them again. Our heroes, San, their burly blonde boy, made it to Force Stride in the late afternoon to the sounds of a militia alarm. They happened upon a pack of gnolls engaged with some militiamen and dispatched them handedly with the help of Floriana and a newcomer, a gnome wizard from Akka. Introductions were made, and Delia decided to hang out with the party. Upon arriving in the city proper, Illyria discovered that during the distraction of the cautionary alarm, her brother had been gruesomely murdered in the street, impaled by an earthen pike, his forehead marked with the same symbol the group saw in the sinkhole on Force Stride's outskirts. Immediately, the party was suspicious of Helen, the seemingly blind receptionist at Solid Strides. After some investigation with the help of Delia, the party found fragments and a token left behind by Helen, and divined that it was also from the town of Orboro. The party then sought after Tadeas, that is, Hum, Illyria, and Delia sought him out with the help of Valora's keen senses. Meanwhile, Zachariel took his family in the cart with the broken water elemental propulsor to the Wayshield's HQ to meet up with Gordon. After finding Tadeas and making sure he was safe, the party reformed and began to head off for Twiddles and Fiddles as Tadeas continued resting. And I changed the music to ambiance. So we pick up in Force Stride. And I fix the stream. Oops, that's the stream.
We didn't need that. It's all good.
We have watchers now.
How dare we?
I mean, Joy calls this her shows now.
I'm
Flattered
flattered.
shows?
My stories!
I mean, if
Through her
their
stories.
last episode was a few stations like popcorn worthy, oh, it's gonna get good.
So you guys are on the main thoroughfare, looking down Vardos Lane, except for Tadeas, who's snoozing. So, Zachariel, are Floriana and Sihara with you? And I believe you wanted Gordon with you, too.
Yep.
Okay, they're all...
The whole family.
The whole family. They're all there. It's
The whole family.
it's getting the sun's gone down about 30 minutes ago, people are milling about on this eve of the 5th of Myrtle, month on the calendar of Farptos. What do you do?
We had a rest last night, right?
There was no last night yet. You had that encounter, and now it's night, and you're hanging out.
I'm gonna head back home after
it was
that
morning
day.
when we got to town.
Yeah, it was not morning when you got to town.
Afternoon.
It was afternoon, yeah. So Illyria just heads back to her home up in the industrial quarter.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to hang out with Hum some more.
Well, Hem lives at Twiddles and Fiddles, so why don't we go and visit Gizo and see if he'll get us some of that great halfling ale.
Where's Tadeas? Did you find him?
Oh, hi, Zachriel. I didn't see you there. Yeah, we found him. He is hired on a room across town.
Oh. Is he well?
No, he's not. It seems
Whoa,
that
we're getting a
our
lot
dear
of
friend,
reverb from your end, Kitties. Is your microphone in all the way?
Yes, it is. I am having connectivity problems with Discord, it looks like.
Dun dun dun.
Discord so fast.
Any better now?
Keep role-playing and I'll tell you.
So it seems that our dear friend was hurt in the battle with Jolliver. And
Why don't you just heal?
he had... It's a curse.
What?
Lycanthropy, he said.
At that, Floriana just kind of goes pale, and she looks up into the sky, and you kind of follow her gaze, and you see that the moon is what we like to call a waxing gibbous. So it's not full. It's like a football, and it looks like it's almost full, but it's not full.
We've only got a couple of days until the full moon.
Zachriel, we're
What
gonna
happens
have
at the
to
full
cage
moon?
him. He's gonna turn into what Yolliver did. But just for the night.
Will he still have his senses? Or does he just become a beast?
He said that he becomes the beast for the night, and that we would have to cage him or shackle him or keep him under control in some way.
So you left a ticking time bomb in the city.
It won't happen for 2 days. And here's the thing. The reason that I was so emotional earlier is because he left us because he had a dream that he killed me.
That's weird.
And he wants to keep Floriana and Sihara safe, so he doesn't want them around him.
He is an honorable man, but the city is no place for someone who is whatever that is.
Hey, remind me, did Tadeas tell the folks that found him in the apartment about what he needs to do to get rid of it?
I have not.
He did not. Okay. Continue.
What should we do, Zachariel?
Is there a way to cure it?
He said something and mumbled something, but it didn't make any sense. He's really tired.
Gordon kind of steps in and he says, What, so you say that he'll become a beast? How do you mean?
Yoliver was a large boar with large tusks, and I'm guessing that's what he's going to turn into. Is there a place where we can cage him, Gordon?
Well, there's the Citadel. Although,
You take him there, they'll probably kill him.
well, either that or they'll laugh us out of the building if we walk in there with this man and say we need to lock him up.
The strange things they've seen lately, Gordon, I don't think they'll be laughing.
He kind of
They can't kill him.
He heaves a breath and says, "You're probably right." Well, there's a room underneath the headquarters.
Is it heavily armored?
Well, it's underground. It's a basement. We just keep some odds and ends down there. If you feel he'll lose control, we can lock him in there.
He mentioned something about a healer, but like I said, I didn't understand a lot of it, and he was really tired and mumbly, and
Well, perhaps it's best if we give him some time to rest. If what you say is true, he looks up, then full moon actually isn't until tomorrow night.
Wait, the Dragonborn, the Marshal, is he like his son?
Gordon kind of tilts his head and, how do you mean?
Do they share the same, I don't know, bloodline? Obviously, but, his son goes to Wizards College. Wouldn't they know something of this?
Either Aka or perhaps, well, they probably would. He kind of looks at, is Delia dressed in her school garb, or is she wearing like a different outfit?
She's wearing her wizard outfit that she made herself.
But it's not like, is it I never described to you what the uniform looks like, but is it the uniform modified, or is it, I guess it's implying that she's a wizard. Okay. So I'm echoing hard. Gordon looks to Delia, and he says, neither. Do you go to Aldax?
Yes, I do.
And then he just kind of shakes his head. Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Gordon.
I'm Delia.
He shakes your hand, if you let him. He says, do you know anything about this?
Do I know anything about this?
Roll Arcana. In your readings and some of your you explored a lot of lore in the library, and you did come across a few tomes that described what lycanthropy was, and you know that if a person afflicted with the curse resists it, the turning usually only happens during the on the eve of a full moon.
Well, I only know, I don't know very much about it. I've only seen it briefly in my studies.
And well, it seems that the best course of action is to let the boy have some sleep so that he can speak, and then go to him again and ask if he's knows any way to cure it himself, and then I'll just have to lock him up on tomorrow night.
As you guys are talking, I'm gonna slip out and go home.
Are you trying to do that without anyone noticing you?
Yeah.
Roll stealth.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay, then I've got advantage on that, don't I?
Yeah.
Kind of the Mask of the Wild?
That just means you can do it as a bonus action, right? That's what
Okay.
that trait is, right? Justin, do you remember at all?
No, I believe it gives her, advantage when she's like in
Oh, all right then. Sure, roll it
natural
with
cover.
roll it with advantage because it is dark. People are walking around. Pardon me, stream.
That was stealth, right?
Yep. I'm gonna mute myself for the stream. Does anybody have a passive perception over 17?
No.
All right. So suddenly, Illyria is gone, and you don't know where she went, along with Valora. Dang it! No, cough's back.
Oh, it doesn't give her advantage, but she rolled the 17 anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she could just use like any piece of foliage.
Yeah, it's
It's like
Okay.
any tree, anything she can use.
Right.
Dinky it is.
Just
Okay.
thinking slipping through the shadows in the alley or something.
Yeah. You still just.
So Illyria bounces.
Whatever happens tomorrow, Zachariel, we have to make sure that Tadeas is okay.
I agree. But also not let a friend live as a monster. He cannot control it. Though it pains me, he will have to be put down.
We have to see if we can heal him first.
I agree.
There has to be a way.
Oh man, stream didn't catch that. Florian is holding Sahara like a toddler. Cough is kicking my ass.
Where is Tadeas staying?
That's a good
I can
point,
show you.
says Gordon.
Would you like me to take you there now?
Well, I know this place. Why don't you go enjoy your night?
You can't hurt him.
Not gonna hurt him. I'm going to get some men to watch the building so that nothing happens to him. Or anyone else.
You're right. Hum points to the building.
You kind of point it out for him.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
I turn to Gordon. I say, "Well, looks like we'll be drinking another time."
Indeed. What of? And he kind of gestures to Floriana and Ciara.
Bill, you're gonna go over there and watch that house. I'm gonna bring them home, and then I'm gonna come back and watch with you.
All right.
Gonna be a little cramped at our house.
Floriana just gives you this, oh god, kind of look. Maybe we could stay at an inn.
Well, if you would prefer that.
Well, it just... She looks up at the sky. It's late, and if that family's in there, I don't want to disturb them while
Alright.
they're resting.
Casa de Gordon. Give her the keys.
He just kind of...
I just tell him.
He kind of looks at you.
I can bring her with me. I'm sure that Giza would put her up for the night.
Oh, it's up to you. Which would you prefer?
She kind of looks at Gordon and then at Zachariel, and she says, "Well, I'm more familiar with Gordon's home. If you remember the time when we had to have that repair done."
I remember all the times.
She kind of chuckles, and she says, "No, Gordon, if you don't mind, of course." Gordon just kind of looks at you, Zachariel, and says,
He doesn't mind.
"Zachariel, you are not a veteran yet." He kind of gives you a cheeky smile.
Not yet.
He
That's
says-
why I want to do a stakeout with the master.
He chuckles, fishes in his pocket, hands Floriana a small key ring, and he says, "There's a kettle on the stove with some cold tea, but could probably heat it up." And she takes the keys, puts them in her pocket, says, "All right, thank you." And she starts walking up the hill, and you know, Zachariel, you know that Gordon lives right next to the headquarters.
Yep.
Rob.
I turn to Hum and I said, "Don't worry, Hum. We won't hurt him. He's like a brother to me."
Then you watch as Floriana carries Sihara into Gordon's home and closes the door behind her. And so, Hum and Delia, what are you guys doing? You're going to Twiddles and Fiddles to go up for the night?
I think so.
I look at Delia and I say, I have a really great place at Twiddles and Fiddles, and you're more than welcome to come with me.
I'd love that.
Have you ever been?
I don't think I have.
So as they're walking down Vardus Lane, you guys hear the sounds of music playing out of the taverns. And walking in your direction, you both recognize tall, lithe, dragonborn man with white scales, and a couple of other people. They're just kind of walking down. They he looks down, and you seeing his face, you recognize Kalazan for different reasons. And he looks down at Hum and Delia, and he says, "Oh, Hum, was it? Hum, was it?"
Hi, Kalazan. How are you doing?
Oh, we're just, well, he kind of gets a grin. We're drinking. Tomorrow, we're going to, start, he and he kind of like puts his hands up and does air quotes schmooze with the elemental guilds and see if we can talk to them. And he kind of like waves his hand like peacefully. We were at the Citadel Hill all of today and talking to the Commerce Council, and they laughed us out of the building, so we're trying a different approach other than, and then he kind of looks embarrassed as he says, other than grandstanding.
Sounds like you've been busy.
A little bit, sir. He says, in about an hour, we're going to be at the Bouncing Mastiff. Just letting you know.
Is that an invite I hear?
He says, he just kind of shrugs. It looks like he's had a few already. He says, if you show up, play some music, whatever. He's just kind of being kind of nonchalant. He does look like he's a little off kilter. He looks like he's definitely had a few.
Sounds like you have a closet fan.
Oh, what?
So do you know my friend here, Delia?
And he kind of looks at her. Delia, do you go to Accra? I think I've seen you around.
Yes, I do. I study evocation spells.
Oh. I started on the transmutation track myself.
That was my second choice.
He kind of gives you like a nice kind of nod. And then he says, well, we're gonna get a bite to eat real quick and then head back to Mastiff. We'll see you later, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna be at Twiddles and Fiddles. Maybe if you show up, Giza will let me take the stage.
And then like he kind of like frowns a bit, and a couple of his buddies that are, it's a mix of humans and other Dragonborn, kind of chuckle. He says, but I don't know if we can fit in there. It is a
Tadeas can get in there.
You mean the big guy?
The big guy.
He kind of like strokes his chin, looks at his friends, and they all kind of like laugh about it. Never been to a
Never know if
bar.
you don't try.
I looped my arm into Delia's and I said, well, I'll say, well, you know where to find us if you're interested.
Keep that in mind. And they kind of start going in the opposite direction.
And we stroll away.
Arm in arm like a pair of gnomes.
Like a pair of gnomes.
Pair of gnomes. All right. So you get to Twiddles and Fiddles, and you walk in, and there's another. So it's happening a little bit. There's oh, there we go. It's happening a little bit. There doesn't seem to be much music. You know, halflings in there drinking away. Gizo's at the bar. He sees you walk in, and then he sees the two of you, and then he blinks, and then he looks away, and then he rubs his eyes, and he's squinting, and Hum?
Hi, Gizo.
And he rubs his eyes again. Am I seeing double?
Yes.
Oh no, this is my friend Delia. Delia, this is my dearest friend Gizo.
And he
Hi.
just, good to meet you. I wasn't aware there were any other gnomes in Fourth Stride. He like holds his hand across the bar.
I'm gonna shake his hand. Well, we're not really in the city. We're on the outskirts.
And then you kind of you kind of look around this new place you haven't really been to before. You see a bag of flour with your family's emblem on it, or whatever they put on, their product.
Yeah, that's us. And I'm gonna point to it.
And he looks up at it. And I didn't know that was from a halfling, or from I didn't know that was from a gnome family. I always got my supply from human. He kind of frowns. Well, anyway, what do you have?
We need some strong ale tonight.
Coming up.
Me too.
Doof, doof. He puts down 2 mugs, generously full. He says, start a tab, or do you want to close out?
Start a tab. You know it's me, Gizo.
He smiles, and he writes a little thing on a notepad under the bar. And then we cut to Tadeas and Gordon heading over to...
Zachariel.
Heading over... Oh, yes. Zachariel and Gordon heading over to Tadeas. So you guys head over to the apartment complex that Hum pointed out to you. And, it's quiet night. There are a few corporal militiamen walking about, patrolling the streets. Some of them, say, how's it going? As they walking around.
Just nod at them as we walk by.
Yeah. You get there, and it's one of those places where there's like an open sort of lobby at the bottom, and then there's stairs that lead up to different doors.
All right, Lord Commander, do we wait inside or patrol the perimeter?
He just gets a grin, and he just says, well, did they say what room?
No, but I intend to find out. I need to speak with him. Not gonna do anything.
Oh,
just
no,
words.
it's just... How are you going to find his room?
This'll be easy. Watch. I walk up to the counter. Is there anyone there?
There is a sort of... Darn it, coughing. There's one of those window things, like in, I don't want to use this example, but it's like the thing that Mike Wazowski looked... Huh?
Like it's TV?
No, it's like... the thing that the slug lady is behind in Monsters, Inc. That sort of...
Okay.
That sort of, like, doorway with a window.
Yep.
And, you're there's like a bell, but there's no one there.
I just ring the bell.
And then, human kind of, my shift's almost over. What's up?
Oh, hello there. I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's very tired, very sick. He's about, anywhere from 5 feet 6 inches to 6 foot 5 inches. He's got a weird accent, very rough.
Do you know his
He's
name?
a human. His name is Tadeas. I don't know.
Tadeas. I don't have the last name, but I have a T and then blonde kid. And
Yep, that's him. Pretty boy? Yeah.
and then he kind of yawns a bit, but also kind of squints his eyes, and he says, why do you need to see him?
I work with him, and I like flash my badge up to the window.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, way shields. He shrugs. Sure, he's in room, and he gives you a room number.
Thank you. Is there a slot on the counter? Or...
Yeah, it's open. There's like bars.
Yeah. All right. Well, I slide a silver through the slot.
Oh, thanks. And he takes it and he pockets it.
You're welcome. All right, I head to that room.
Gordon follows with you, and you are in front of a room. Make a Actually, you have dark vision. Okay, so you look around and you actually see there's a little dust on the floor, and you see a paw print in it. A big paw print.
Like a Volora prop print.
Like a panther print.
Probably. You'd have to roll.
I get down and look at the print.
Roll nature.
Nature?
Sure. You aren't sure, but you're probably certain that this isn't a dog's footprint. It's probably Valora's.
Okay. Alright, I knock on the door.
Tadeas, you hear it. Well, you're sleeping. There's a knock at the door, but it's up to you if you hear it or not, I think.
Do I wake up? Do you want to roll odds? Because I'm pretty tired.
I mean, you know.
I'll just wake up.
Okay.
So yeah, I just slide in my little cot because I crashed right after they left.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping, right. I open the door. I kind of look upwards to the large man.
To the large man.
How are you tonight? I didn't expect you today.
Well, I come to check on Bacon.
At least you still have a sense of humor about it.
No.
Come on in.
Alright. You mind? I have a friend with me.
Oh, Gordon, come on in.
Much obliged. He walks in.
I assumed this is what would happen, but I thought I'd at least have until morning.
Oh, we're not going to kill you, you fool.
I didn't assume that, but now I am thinking.
Oh. If you turn into a boar, we're going to kill you.
Well, unfortunately, then you're going to have to kill me because
Well,
I can't.
if you turn into a boar and lose your mind, then for your sake, I'm going to put you down. You're a friend, Tadeas, more like a brother. You helped me through a very trying time, and I would hate for you to hurt someone that you care about. But that is not why I'm here. Did you go to anyone to... We're trying to figure out if we can remove this.
I did. I'm going to need a component from the north. I will not
Where
be able
to?
get it. Orboro.
That's convenient.
Why is that?
Well, I guess where our merry band is going next.
Why are we going there?
Well, the best I can gather from the whole situation. Have you been told?
Did you guys tell him? I don't think you told him.
No, you told me
told
that they
them.
murdered about the murder, but they never told me any connection to Orboro, which is why I didn't
We
break it
didn't tell him about the Orboro connection, no.
Okay, Illyria's brother has been murdered.
down. Yes, they told me about that. What is it connected to Orboro? It sounded like
you-
it was the ones that were from town, and the ones that we flushed out of that spot.
I know these are different. They're using the... And I remember what it looks like, so I just draw the mountain.
Yeah.
I draw the mountain for them. They're using this symbol.
I flip open my book of scripts and kind of show them, and I point to it with the dagger I have, and I say, I got these from them. They had a hole that we completely cleared. They were the ones murdering people in town. You're saying they're connected to Orboro?
Yes, the, you remember that, new receptionist, that her brother had? The blind lady that could tell when people were stretching their hands out?
Was it Karen?
I believe her name was Linda. Anyway, her name's not important today.
Right.
Inside the desk, someone found, I can't remember who it was, I believe it was the new girl, the gnome, Delia.
The nice one, yeah.
Yes, there was a compartment underneath the drawer, and there was a stone, like a stone circle or whatever with that engraved on it. And the stone was a mineral only found in Orbor. The red clay or something.
Well, I'd be very interested in helping Illyria with this, but I assume you and Gordon are here because tomorrow night is going to be a little indisposed for me.
Well, we're here to make sure that you don't hurt yourself or anyone else.
I was going to ask for your help with that. Do we have a plan?
Actually, I think I do. Weirdly enough.
Hmm.
I don't really understand magic or how it works, but let's just say my little friend has given me a tool.
We can.
And by little friend, I mean the shovel.
We can.
Right.
The shovel. He kind of like looks at you strangely.
I
Almost-
think I get where you're going at.
Well, we also have. There's a
We
basement.
have a room we can lock you in.
Yes. There's a basement under the headquarters. It's underground. The floor is. There's no
Do you-
floor. It's the dirt.
Do you have chains, shackles?
We have manacles.
I have something better. Provided that it holds you. So maybe the shackles will help with that.
I don't know my own strength sometimes. I'd like to be very precautious about it. What did they tell you about why I went out here earlier than you all?
I haven't really been told anything. I've just been told you're sick and whatever lycanthropy is.
I wasn't certain that you were safe to be around me.
Well, I'm glad that you are still an honorable man, and my daughter is nowhere near here, so I think I can take you.
Good. I wanted
In
to
fact,
be nowhere near your
I wouldn't
wife.
let anyone else.
I didn't want to be anywhere near them. I can only imagine the trauma they received being at the leisurely sadistic views of that man. And I just a slight bit of the poison that he was in me. I
have something I want to try on you. Just to see if it works.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, it's going to hurt.
Many things do.
But we have to be outside. Could you humor me?
I'll
I'll let you go back to sleep.
I take my dagger and I flip the handle side to him and I say, "Hold on to this for me."
Right?
And I stand up.
And he kind of like looks. I'm assuming you have your equipment like on the side of your cot.
Yeah.
He says, "What about that weird sword with the teeth?"
That's mundane. Hurts
Oh.
the shit out of people without armor, though. I actually have one right here, and I reach behind and pull it off my back.
Oh, I see what you mean now. All right.
Made with shark teeth, I think, Tadeas? Is that right?
I don't know. I know what it does to idiots that join cults.
That's right.
Gordon kind of
Well,
just
come on.
frowns.
I walk past them and I kind of like smile. Come on.
All right. Head outside.
You lock your door, right?
Nah.
Okay.
You're gonna lock your door? Gordon, wait here.
He waits there.
All right, Tadeas. This is gonna hurt, but just don't resist.
You guys are outside on off the road on some dirt.
All right. We'll go on to count to 3. I don't really know how this works, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna hurt.
Oh. Zachariah, am I your first?
Yep. Ready?
Mm.
1. And I cast Earthen Grasp on him.
Okay. You tell him what he has to do. A big earthen hand springs out from the ground and tries to grab at you, Tadeas.
You have to make a strength save. And you take 2d6 bludgeon.
Why just let it grab me?
You take 2d6 bludgeon.
Take 2d6 bludgeoning. You take 8 damage as this thing just grabs you and just kind of holds on tight.
It's
You're
comfy.
restrained. Gordon's just kind of like, where'd you get that shovel?
Actually, the same spot I got that little knife.
This will work in a pinch, I believe, but I don't think it's a permanent solution, but...
About a minute passes and then it just turns to dust.
Apparently I'm not a very good wizard.
Brush some of the dust off.
I think Earth and Grasp only lasts for a minute.
Yeah, it's concentration up to a minute.
Okay.
And I believe you use an action to repeat the save, I think.
Mm-hmm. But he stays restrained. So, but yeah, a minute passes, it turns to dust. Tadeas, you're kind of dirty now.
It is a nice idea, but the truth of the matter is, I don't know how much of me is going to be in that thing when it turns. I don't know how much of me is going to be thinking, composed, and able to stop it. Or if it's completely going to subvert me and I have all my wiles, all my abilities, and all my methodologies.
Well, I have one more plan. It's a little cruel.
Well, may I make a suggestion, Gordon?
I bury you to your neck?
I think we use Bara. You go to the prison, you chain my hand, you chain my legs, you put me in the prison, and if you want to bury me under there, so be it. But I want no inch of movement for that entire night, regardless of what it costs.
Well, I have shackles and manacles. We can use them to tie you up. I don't know if it's the best idea to go to the Citadel and ask them for help with this. Yes, they have seen crazy things, but he kind of gestures to Tadeas. He looks perfectly normal right now.
So I guess my question is, do we want to do this in the city, or would you prefer me to be north? I defer to you.
Well, I don't think we can leave you, and strangely enough, I don't think you can do this by yourself.
No, I cannot.
So I think, just take our chances. And on the nights of full moons, we'll, bury you, just enough so you can breathe.
Yellow diamond out of Orboro. That is what I need. That is what the cleric told me.
Alright, and,
Diamond and I will be able to cure myself. But it will not be in time for this month. And I don't know how much of me is going to survive the transformation. He was not specific about it.
well,
Gordon says, guess we'll just have to find out.
And I guess we will.
He
But
puts
you
his,
hold on to that. I shouldn't have it right now.
he puts his hand on your shoulder, Tadeas, and he just kind of like looks apologetic. He says, sorry you're going through this, son. Not a good time.
Tadeas, forgive me if I'm wrong, but, if you turn into a boar, I don't think you're gonna use a dagger.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Besides,
Like
there's a lot of time between now and then, and I'll just take the dagger from you tomorrow night.
What do you think Joe Oliver was like before he had that? Before he turned into that creature?
Well, I don't know if he was like that when I first went after him or not.
I don't either. I make no assumptions. I trust myself very little. I want nothing to do with that dagger. I want nothing to do with any weaponry. As far as I'm
Perhaps we
concerned,
should take all your weapons from you then.
everything's a weapon. But Until tomorrow morning, I am a prisoner, and you should treat me as such.
Well, you're a prisoner and I'm the jailer. Come on. You must be tired.
It was a hell of a walk. You don't even know, man.
Tadeas, you look up and you see the moon rising, and not full, but something inside you stirs, and you're able to sort of choke it down, but you know it's there. And we move back to Humandelia. How many beers do you guys, or how many ales are you guys in?
3.
Yes, that sounds good.
Gizo is chuckling at something that Hum said. He goes, ha, ha, and then what happened?
Long story. But just so you know, the big blonde, what a troublemaker.
I'll bet. He kind of goes off to the side. He collects some tab from another patron, pours a couple more, comes back to you guys. You start to feel a little tired. I feel bad, Nix. There's not much going on over at your place, unfortunately.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm just heavily in a trance.
Okay.
Meditating. Same thing.
Valora is curled up beside you.
Yeah.
Sleeping, because she needs it.
So, Delia, should we head over to the Bouncing Mastiff, or should we just stick around here and have a few more beers?
Are you suggesting a bar crawl? Because I am down for that.
Would I ever suggest a bar crawl?
She
Of
would.
course.
Gizo just chimes in, she would. How in-depth do you want to get into this bar crawl? Just so I know how much to think.
I don't know, Miss Senna, what do you think?
I mean, it doesn't have to be too in depth.
Okay. So where are you guys going?
I think we're making our way to the Bouncing Mastiff.
Okay. You guys,
You wanna go see what that Dragonborn and his human friends are up to?
Let's do it.
I'll decide now. It was him and 4 others, and one of them was a blue Dragonborn, and then there's a bunch of humans, 3 humans. So you guys head over, and you walk in, and it's hopping. And, people are drinking and dancing, and the music is very, very bright and cheery. You look on stage, and you can see Kazlan and one of his human friends just doing a jig. Imagine Merry and Pippin from Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff.
I'm going to, clap in tune with the music and encourage them.
They kind of see you, and they go, hey! And they keep dancing. And
We should get drinks.
Absolutely. I grab her arm again, loop my arm in hers, and kind of skip around over to the bar.
all right. You have to kind of climb up to the stool, because you both are quite small. But you manage to get up there, and there's a human bartender. And he says, kind of looks at the 2 of you, shrugs, says, what do you have?
Anything as long as it's alcoholic.
Anything as long as it's alcoholic. And he kind of turns around. He says, stout okay? As he starts pouring.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
2 stouts. And then you look to your left, and you can see the stage, and there's the Kazlan and his buddy have gotten off the stage, and you hear a chuckle from the bartender, and you see what is definitely the namesake and mascot of the Bouncing Mastiff, a big dog, almost big enough that you could definitely ride, comparable to Dante. Gets up on stage with another human and starts doing tricks.
We start cheering. Or I start cheering.
Yes, I am.
There's a lot of cheering and such, definitely. Kazlan walks over. He says, "Good to see ya. Are you gonna play?"
I don't know.
You
Will they
should,
let
huh?
me?
He looks to the barkeep and he says, he says, "Tethran." And the black-haired human kind of looks at you and says, "What's up?" He says, Kazlan says, "This gnome here, you ever heard of her? She's a really good musician." And then Tethran kind of like looks at you, squints his eyes, says, "Are you that one gnome that plays really well? I think I've heard of you."
Hum Arcane Grin. Nice to meet you.
"Nice to meet you. Would you... Well, we're not really set schedule if you want to sneak in after... after Pickles gets off stage." That's his name, Pickles.
I would be happy to go up after Pickles is done.
So you guys drink a little bit. Kazlan chats, really kind of mundane small chat. Talks to Delia about school stuff. And about 10 minutes pass and the dog gets off stage and seems to be vacant.
I think you're up.
Hum grabs her lute and she runs up to the stage and she yells out, "Who wants to hear some good music?"
I need you to roll me... Man, what would you roll me? Either performance or persuasion, I guess. The crowd just goes, like, they're just 100% behind you. And they just cheer out, "Woo!"
I begin playing a tune.
All right.
Happy, bouncy, danceable.
People start getting up and they're psyched to start dancing, and go ahead and roll in their performance.
Oh, and she crashes and burns.
Well, it's still pretty good. You know, it's a slow start. You're getting a feel for your instrument. A few minutes pass, some people are dancing, some people are kind of clapping along with the beat. It was a little weaker than they were anticipating. Do you continue?
I do continue.
All right, roll again. And you just pick it up, and there's so much energy in the room. People are dancing. Somebody almost falls, but somebody with that kind of drunken awareness, dexterity, just kind of like whoop, picks them up, puts them on their feet, keeps dancing. And this goes on for however long you want to go on for.
I play a 20-minute set.
All right. Let's see. So let's say that was the next 5 minutes. Go ahead and roll 2 more performance checks. Solid. The energy, yep. You get people kind of line up, and you see somebody like drop a silver on the ground, and then one of the barmaids just kind of like chuckles and puts down like a tray, and then people start putting loose change in there, silvers and coppers. And at the end of your set, you've got this big kind of jingle of cash.
I finish playing and I scream, "Thank you for taking the time to listen to me."
They all just kind of like cheer and clap. All kinds of jubilation in the crowd.
I get down and pour the change into my pocket, and I'll count it later.
All right, and you got, just go ahead and mark down that you got 13 silver and 12 copper.
That was amazing.
And 2 gold.
Thank you, Delia, and I blush.
Are Zachriel and Tadeas, do you guys perceive any more interesting stuff, or is just spending the night?
I'm honestly just humoring him. I have no intentions of doing anything. He just wants to do stuff to feel safe. I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants to do.
Oh no, I just mean like, do you want to play out another scene, or do you think there's nothing really?
If you
left?
want to like cut to me like being tied up with like clamps on my nipples, we'll go for it. I don't think we need anything.
Whoa, buddy.
But
It's over. My wife is back.
Okay, then we're good. I think
All right. Then so that the night will passes without incident. What else do you? What else does just real quick? What else does Hum and Delia do? Delia do.
Hum is gonna buy a couple beers for Delia and then say, we should really get some rest.
We really should. I'm very drunk at this point.
I have a really great room at Twiddles and Fiddles. We can just crash there for the night.
Okay.
All right, so you guys stumble back after paying out your tab, which works out to be how many beers did you buy before you got on stage?
2.
Okay, 4 silvers each.
And I look at Delia and say, I got it. No problem.
You pay it out.
Thank you.
Oh, and this would have happened. Your tab at Twills and Fiddles was 5 silver each. All right, so you get back, and the night passes without incident, and the waxing gibbous starts sinking below the horizon, and the sun rises. That's Dusker Market. That one. Zachriel and Gordon are both kind of dozing, I imagine.
Yeah.
Didn't get very good sleep. I'm going to say that you can take a short rest, but you don't really have a long rest.
All right.
So, daybreak comes. What do you guys do?
Zachariah, did you let me sleep in my little shitty apartment?
I did, yeah.
Alright, then I'm just gonna get my stuff packed up. Whisper to Darnik to go find Hum at Twiddles and Fiddles, and I'm gonna write a little note about a spot to meet up at.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna start heading up north.
Where do you think you're going?
You're not there.
Oh, I didn't leave the building.
Oh, you didn't leave the building?
No.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
when I walk outside, I see you. Hey, morning, Zachariah. You look
Ugh.
like shit.
Takes one to know one.
Fair enough. I was going to meet up with Hum somewhere. You coming?
Gordon is there still. He stretches. If it's all the same to you, lads, I got work to do. He looks tired, but it probably wasn't his first night like this.
Thanks for the expert training there.
He kind of gives a small wink and a chuckle, and he says, or not a chuckle, a smirk, and he says, "Anytime, old friend." And he starts walking the opposite direction back to the headquarters.
What's it like having a boss? I've never really had one.
He's more like the father I never had.
Do you just make all your friends family members?
What's wrong with that?
I don't know, when one turns in bacon and tries to eat you.
Speaking of which, I'm dying for bacon. Can we get something to eat?
The irony is not lost on me. Let's go get some. I can't tap him on the back.
So, you wake up, and you wake up to, actually, do you think you'd wake up before or after Tadeas?
I am up and ready to go.
All right.
I kind of, just kind of give a little nudge to Delia and say, we have to go find Tadeas. And it seems Illyria, too. Where did she slip out?
And I'll get up grumbling because I'm not a morning person.
Through a crack in the window, Hum, you see a dragonfly that you kind of recognize at this point as Delia is moaning and groaning. It flies over and kind of lands on her nose.
Hey, you Darnik.
Jumps up, lands on like your shoulder, not shoulder, like you're near your collarbone where it would be over your clothes.
And he has a little note.
Yeah.
I snatch up the little note and look at it.
When you snatch the note, Dragonfly just kind of zips away. What's the note say, Tadeas?
I said meet over north side of 4th Street, just out of town, about noon.
We gotta meet Tadeas about noon north of 4th Street here.
What time is it now?
I don't know. Let's go see what Gizo's got for breakfast.
You guys walk down the stairs, and Gizo's stretching and just kind of moving around, getting stuff kind of put away, starting to prep for the evening, and you smell there's a smell of cooking meat in the air, spices.
Oh, Gizo, that smells so good. What's for breakfast?
He says, I'm just frying up some sausage.
You
And
have
I've
any
got-
biscuits?
I do have biscuits.
You are my favorite person right now.
Don't have any gravy, though.
It's fine, it's fine.
Got
Can
some
we
butter.
get a couple of sausages on some biscuits?
He says, sure thing.
And one for me, too.
I thought she was talking for you. Couple of. As he's, like, preparing them. He kind of wraps them in this wax paper. He says, he puts down two sausages and biscuits. He says, that'll be a silver.
You got it. And I toss it to him.
Takes it, puts it in his little cashier drawer, whatever. Cash drawer.
I'll be back soon, Gizo. I just got some things to do.
Meanwhile, Tadeas and Zachariel are chomping down on bacon sandwiches.
Mm.
Before I walk out the door, I yell at Gizo. Hey, what time is it?
It's probably not, it's early. It's probably around 8.
Thanks. We'll see you soon. And I look at Delia and I say to her, you know what we should really look for today is some shackles.
You're gonna have you're all gonna buy shackles and gonna be like, oh crap, we got all of these manacles and we don't know what to do with them.
Oh, we'll find some uses for them.
Hey now. By the way, Zachariel, as you take a bite of this delicious loaded bacon sandwich, you realize, oh crap, I left the elemental propulsor back at the way shields.
Oh shit.
What? It's bacon.
Oh.
What could be wrong with it?
Oh, I mean, trust me, you're gonna be delicious. But, the elemental propulsor thing, the ship engine, is at the Way Shield's headquarters. I still have to bring it back.
Oh yeah, we're losing our deposit. That's great.
Well, maybe not. I'm sure it's not too hard to fix.
We cut to... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying.
I mean, I don't know how handy you are, but I work for one of these businesses, and those devices are very particular.
Yeah, but how hard or expensive is it to summon an elemental?
Tadeas, you know that it's one of the biggest sinks. Like it's mostly efficient now, but it's one of the biggest money sinks.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get it. Yeah.
I lay a bottle up on the table that we're sitting at.
Anyway, roll out my map of Fourth Stride. I was telling Hum I was meeting up here in Northwards at noonish. Do you want to deal with that, and I will meet you all there?
Up where? I look at the map.
I just point a little bit up north of Fourth Stride, kind of on the road to Orboro. I think we should, make our plans, find the spot that's suitable for the nighttime.
Oh, you want to go out that road?
I mean, did you have another way northward?
Yeah, we can walk right by my house. This will work out, actually.
I mean, I don't really think it would be best for me to be by.
No. Trust me, you'll be fine.
I walked a long ways through an entire night to not be around those people.
Speaking of which, if you ever do that again, I'll kill you. Don't take off on us.
It feels like every decision I make, you're going to kill me. You should
Well,
have
listen,
at least...
I only know a certain amount of things, okay, Tadeas?
Alright, well, itemize your list. Let me know exactly which things are involved with my head on a platter and me becoming bacon, and then we will resolve it, right?
Well,
It
the
feels
only
like
things I
every
know
other
true in life.
decision I make will end with me being bacon, so I'm worried, alright?
Oh, that's fine, you should be worried, but you need friends, and we're here to help you.
And I don't think, shovel cut bacon is going to be the best. It's going to be lopsided, the front is going to be real, real thin, and the back part is going to be fat, so at least make me good bacon if you do that.
I mean, are you doubting the power of my shovel?
I mean, I had it first.
True. Are you doubting the power of your shovel?
It's your shovel, sir.
All right,
Okay,
well,
we cut to...
This is ridiculous.
we cut to Illyria. Illyria, we actually didn't resolve what you did with your brother's body, so I'm going to say that after a few minutes, Gorbash kind of just took him to the Citadel, to the coroner.
Mhm.
So you know your brother's there. What do you do?
Oh shit, I forgot about him.
You have a good... I mean, are you just trying to figure out what Illyria would do?
Okay, all I can think about right now is I'm gonna finish repacking my bag there, stocking it up.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna head to the bank.
Okay. The bank. The bank is in... Where's my thingy? Nope.
That's open to so many really raunchous comments.
What is?
Where's my thingy?
Oh, I meant the Fourth Stride key.
See, this is why people use the word chummy.
My chummy. That sounds even worse. Alright, you know that the bank where your brother kind of does the stuff, the banking, is in the pensionaries, which is pretty much the rich district. I mean, it's all the way across town. So you might actually conceivably run into one of the splinter groups we've got going here. It's all the way down here.
Okay, I'll go down there.
Okay. I don't understand with feathers.
She was replying to a PM from me.
Oh. Okay. Illyria, that was just a percentile to see the likelihood of running into those two. You run into Zachriel and Tadeas. Getting up from having breakfast at a little cafe.
Me?
You're running across, or you're going across town, so there's a chance you run into them. And you run into them.
Can I try and scoot by without being seen? I mean, have they seen me?
Well, you have a higher actually. Tadeas, what's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, so Tadeas, you see somebody who you think might be Illyria. Tadeas, you actually have a higher perception than Illyria.
Yeah, thanks to the intelligence buff thing from Seeker.
Yeah.
So, where do I see her? Is just in town while I'm walking by?
Okay, so you guys get up and you kind of like see somebody coming up the main thoroughfare, and stark red hair, and you can swear you almost see an elven ear, but you aren't entirely sure. What do you do?
Has Zachariah left me yet, or is he still with me?
It's up to Zachriel.
Oh no, I'm glued to him now.
All right. I think Illyria's over there. Let's go see her.
Yeah, come over.
And at that moment, Illyria, you see Tadeas and Zachriel, and they look like they're starting to head toward you. People are starting to, walk around, so the street is not empty. There's people walking around doing, going to work or doing work. What do you do?
Illyria! Hey! I kind of wave my hand up.
I'm gonna pretend I don't see.
Okay.
I swear
I'm
I
gonna
was
try.
there.
I'm gonna try to get through the crowd, I guess.
Okay.
Get lost in the crowd.
Okay, so you actually want to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth. And Valora needs to roll stealth too, because she's with you, I assume.
There's a stealth with advantage, or no?
No. It's broad daylight. You're using concealment to hide. Dang. And then Valora, please. Do you know how to... Okay. So, you guys, you see Illyria, and you guys start to head toward her, and then, she kind of, walks into a little bit of a group of people, and then you lose her for a second, and then she's just gone. And Illyria, you kind of duck into one of the side streets.
Zachariah, did you see what I see? She just kind of...
Oh, yeah.
I
Where
guess
did
in
she
the sky,
go?
or I thought I saw her.
Okay, so Illyria, you make your way to the bank, which I'm deciding now is this building. Can you see my arrow? It's way
Yep.
down. So you walk in, and there's a human teller with nice clothes. Kind of sees you all garbed up, and he just goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Name? And can I see your bank token, please?
Name's Illyria.
Illyria kind of leads you into your last name.
I can't remember if I gave her.
You did.
Yes, I did. Illyria Willowbrook.
Willowbrook. Your name's here, but you're a beneficiary on a different account. Well, you can't really make a withdrawal.
Who's the beneficiary?
Altoci. Altoci, last name. That just slipped my mind suddenly.
He would have the same last name.
I know he would, but that slipped my mind for a second.
Willowbrook.
Willowbrook. Altoci Willowbrook.
This could be a problem.
He just kind of like looks at you strangely.
He passed yesterday.
His eyes kind of widen and he kind of like leans back. He says, I'll need a certificate from the Citadel.
Okay, I'll be back.
What's your end game, Nix? Are you trying to just draw out a fuck ton of money?
Some.
Okay. So you start walking back to the other side of town. The walk to this side took like 40 minutes. Zachariel, actually no, Hum and Delia, what are you guys doing?
We're shopping.
Okay. Do you wanna play it out, or do you just wanna get what you're getting?
Well, we're gonna go and we find some shackles.
It's easy enough.
Some heavy chain shackles.
Yep.
Something that we could tie to a big tree.
Yep.
And then
Look for like a big length of chain with. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's simple enough. You can have a blacksmith put it together for you in about an hour, and
Okay.
that's gonna cost. Give me a second as I look up the price. I had manacles, but this is more than manacles. So this will run you 5 gold.
Okay. And then we're gonna go to the local craft store.
Mm-hmm.
And Delia and I go on a little shopping trip. And we're going to head to a park in a little bit.
Okay. What are you getting?
What are we getting, Delia?
Well, we're gonna get like buttons and feathers.
Okay, I'll just say that everything you want to get will run you like 10 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
I want this to be a surprise. I don't know what the heck you're doing, but yeah. Okay.
It's 2 gnomes
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, it's 2 gnomes alone. This is gonna be interesting. All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you all meet up? Right now, it's for your time frame. It's like probably 10:30.
I would like to send a message to my family and my best friend in the college
Okay.
that I'll be going on an adventure.
You have your familiar already kind of set up because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Being a level 5 wizard. So you can just do that.
Okay.
So you can type out what you say to them, or you can tell me.
What is
Okay.
your familiar?
What is your familiar?
It looks like a pseudo dragon, but it's not.
Oh, that's right. We reflavored an owl. It's an owl with a dragonish head, and it's got rainbowy wings.
Ooh.
Yep.
Woo! It's so pretty. What's his name?
Nathan.
Nathan.
I love it. So exotic.
Nathan. All right. Bob.
Well, I named him after one of the Fey deities.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah? Well, he's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
I pull out a little piece of my rations. I try to feed it because I'm not aware that familiars don't eat. Well, let's get to this decorating. We have to
Okay.
make this great so
Yeah,
that
thank
Tadeas
you.
wants to wear them.
I'll be right back.
All right.
So the little gnomes are just sitting in a little green area and decorating.
Yes,
this
really.
large length of chain.
Tadeas and Zachariel, what are you guys doing?
I guess heading to base.
Come again?
I think we're heading to his estate, and I am not thrilled about it.
Ah, yes. So you guys head over to Zachariel's house. Do you meet up with Floriana and Sahara?
I think that was a plan. I actually thought that. Well, I don't know what we're doing. I was just gonna kind of wait in town until everyone found.
I was trying to head northward to meet him. You're sticking to me.
Oh right, you already sent the message, so they know. Yeah, all right. So I just follow Tadeas and keep my eyes fixed on him
And when I start heading northward, I'm like,
while making small talk.
Okay.
you didn't need to talk to Floriana at all?
Oh, she'll meet us.
She's going to be there.
That's where she lives, Tadeas.
I mean, we're heading north. We're not going to do it at your house.
His house
We're
is
gonna
on
walk right
the northwest side of town.
I don't think I've been there.
No, you haven't.
All right. Well, do you want to walk in front of me then?
Why? We can walk side by side.
That works. I just don't know exactly where your house is. You sure I'm not?
Oh, that makes sense, actually. You're right. Sorry, I didn't get much sleep last night.
It's all right. As far as I understand it, I'm not going to stab you in the back literally. It's going to be right in your face aggressively with. You're
Oh.
going to be fine. Don't worry.
Well, I'm not worried.
Good. Then, please.
I killed one boar, I can wrestle another one.
Yes. I didn't like lay it out flat for you. Or... Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are heading up there, and Floriana is gonna meet you at your house, Zachariel.
I would assume she'd go home after.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
gonna kind of head over there. So, Illyria, we cut back to you going to Citadel Hill. And you kind of ask around, and she's still BRB. She's still BRB. Okay.
I think Larry is.
Okay, so at Zachariel's house, kind of like 11, Floriana meets up with you. She has Sihara. She says, everything okay?
Oh yeah, everything's perfectly fine.
As you're approaching your house. And you see little
I just look at Tadeas as I say that.
you see little Cedric playing around in the front of your house.
With Dante?
With Dante. Playing fetch. Why not?
Well, at least we've had good impact here.
And Sierra kind of sees that, and she looks up, and she says, Dad, who's that?
Oh, his name is Cedric. He's a nice little boy. His family was, their home was attacked. So I let them stay at our place for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yes, now you have a new friend.
She kind of draws back and clings to her mother.
He has a puppy.
And then she kind of like realizes that there's a dog running around, and she kind of like moves from Floriana's legs and just kind of starts walking over there. Cedric kind of like looks in your direction, sees you with your fiery hair, and he kind of just like waves, "Hi!"
Hello.
And Sihara kind of walks up, and Dante kind of walks up to her and sniffs her, and then just kind of like gives her a big lick, a big dog lick on the cheek, and she just giggles. And Cedric says, "Oh, are you?" And then he kind of just like looks at Floriana and Sihara. Do you need me to get my mom and dad?
Oh, no rush. Need to wait around for the rest of our friends to show up anyway.
Oh, okay. And then
Why don't you take Sierra and go play?
yeah, he goes up to Sierra, and they start to like do the thing kids do when they don't know each other. They act kind of shy, and then Dante just kind of like goes "Borf!" and then runs off, and they just chase after him. And then they start being kids. Is Nick still out, BRB? Sorry.
Florana, I need to leave again.
I know. I figured. After what happened.
Well, there's more to it. My friend here was helping me find you.
I was there, honey. I heard everything.
Oh, right. I didn't sleep last night. Anyway,
She kind of like puts her hand like on your the side of your head, like not your cheek, but like the side of your head, and she just kind of like, get good sleep tonight, okay?
Well, probably not. It's going to be a full moon tonight, so.
Just take care of yourself, please.
Back.
I will. I don't know what we're going to do about this.
What, the house?
Yeah.
Well, she kind of grimaces. If we need to make room, maybe we can... You have some savings. Maybe we can hire a contractor and build more.
Well, it looks like my plans of retirement are not happening anytime soon.
She giggles and says, well, you are a gracious host.
Yes. Too good for myself.
She giggles and she just kind of like, she kind of playfully ribs you. We cut to Illyria, who's going to the Citadel Hill. And you ask around, and you find that they kept your body. They have your body. They have your brother's body under a shroud, kept, safe. And you go through the kind of rigmarole of identifying yourself, and it's all well and good. And they say, "Do you want to? Are you going to take the body?" Illyria.
Well, I need to, guess, have a funeral for him.
The standing militiaman who's sort of the coroner there, he just says, I imagine so. I believe if the records are right, he was I don't know what to call it. He was a follower of Corellon. Did I say that name right?
I feel like that's the NPC just being like, did I say that right?
No, he's a human, and this is an elven deity, so yeah, he 100% says that. And he kind of like picks up a piece of paper, is like, Corellon Larathian. That's right. Yeah, there's a temple to him in the temple quarter. It says here that he requested to have a service done, and to ask the cleric there for more information. And he kind of shrugs. He says, "I'm not entirely sure. I'm not an elf." He kind of looks kind of embarrassed.
So I guess we send his body to the temple?
Sure. Do you need help? Do you need a cart?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's not a problem. And he gets a couple of trainees to help you cart him across town to the temple quarter, to the temple of Corellon, which is pretty small because there are not many elves in Forstride. In fact, they're quite rare around here. And you enter the temple, which is pretty much just a chapel, and you see an elf sitting up by the altar, just kind of reading through tome with what you can imagine is prayer or lore. And she sees you walk in with the cart, and she kind of looks up, and you recognize her. You've been to a couple services. You and Altoci aren't that religious, but you're religious enough. And you recognize this elven woman as Melda Mirthtree, and she says, "Illyria, it's been a long time since you've been in the temple. How are you?" And then she kind of looks at the cart, and then
Not great.
her shoulders slump and says, "Oh my, what happened?"
I don't know yet.
What?
He was found impaled.
Oh my. Your brother?
Yeah.
Oh my word. I'm so sorry. Bring the cart through. Over here, please. The two trainees kind of do that, and then they kind of look at you, Illyria, and they said, "Do you need anything else?"
That's everything, thank you.
Alright, and then they just kind of bounce. Uncomfortably, because death, and they're human, so they don't know what's gonna happen. And, Melda, who is, she's high elven, with, very, very, bright blonde hair. And she says, "Well, I have your brother's will. Let me retrieve it." And you remember, you were counted as a witness to this at one point, and it was a long time ago, like 50 years ago, because elves. And she goes on. She says, "Well, at least what he wanted to have done spiritually. The legal matters are still at Citadel Hill." She pulls out a piece of parchment, and she kind of looks it over, and she says, "Standard service." And oh, he wants to be buried under a lightleaf tree in Conadir Forest. Oh my. She kind of looks up at you. I don't know if you have... I don't know how we can get that set up. It's quite dangerous in Conadir. You know that Conadir is the forest off to the west. The big one. Not the woods that's between Forstride and Rollid, but the big forest. Wait, the stream can't see this. Oh, they can. Cool. She just kind of says, "Well, I'll start the preparations for the service, although it'll take some time. Days."
That'd be fine.
Alright. And I'll keep his body safe. And she kind of pulls up the shroud and kind of grimaces a little bit. And you see her kind of from the altar. She pulls 2 copper coins with the holy symbol of Corellin on it. Hold on a second. She puts them on his eyes, and she chants a few words, and just this slight glimmer kind of spreads over his body, and then she lays the shroud back over. Alright, we have plenty of time. I'll start making the arrangements. Anything else I can do for you, Illyria?
That's everything. Thank you, Melda.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to get your death certificate.
Yes. Oh, did I get that from her or from
You got it from the corner.
Citadel?
You got it from the
Okay.
corner. You got everything you needed there. So, I'll make this quick. You take it back to the bank, and the teller just kind of like has this grim look on his face because death sucks, and "Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I believe that most of the business stuff is power of attorney and all that goes to his assistant, but there's a sum here for you." And the DM hasn't figured out what that sum is, but it's pretty big. So you were asking about a withdrawal earlier?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
It depends how much there's there.
Well, there's also only so much gold you can actually conceivably carry with you on your person.
Okay, how much is that?
Making me decide these things.
Decide.
We're gonna have to do by weight. For now, we'll say a lump sum of 150 gold. at least until all of his affairs get in order.
150 it is.
You draw 150 gold. Okay. Add 150 gold to your inventory. Anything else?
That's it for the bank.
Okay, you leave the bank. Where are you going? You did not get the message about the meetup. So I'm going to assume that this park that Hum and Delia are in, it is... you guys tell me, where is this park that you're at? There's greenery all over the place, so, you know, like the green things.
We just go right here.
Okay.
In this greenery area, and
It's just it's a big tree, is what it is. Really shady spot.
and Delia and I are just giggling like gnomes do when they're busy.
Okay.
We should really think about going to the meeting point, Delia.
It's about.
I think Tadeas is gonna love these.
It's about 11:10.
Yeah, let's start heading that way.
Okay.
Sounds good. So we pick up our beautiful manacles, our beautiful
Oh my god! What?
shackles, and walk to the meeting point.
What in the world? Okay, so you guys start walking there. Illyria, what is your plan?
I want to go and visit a weapons shop.
Okay. Like Bower, Fletcher.
Bower.
Okay. So there's a Bower near the main thoroughfare. You know where they are because you've probably been there before, being a archer. You walk in, and there's a person behind the counter on a lathe working on a new piece. And he sees you walk in and he says, "How's it going?" Because he's just kind of doing his woodwork.
Not so good. I'm looking to level up.
Oh,
Have any new bows in stock?
of course. Mind if I see the one you have there?
I hand my bow over.
Kind of looks at it, tests the string, and kind of shakes his head. I can't really give you much better than this. This is pretty high quality. And wait a minute. And he kind of looks at it. Oh, I think you got this from here, actually.
So this is the best you can do, huh?
You have the best mundane bow you can get, yeah.
Okay, now do I see like some arrows?
Yeah, he's got a barrel of arrows.
Are they just regular arrows, or can they be special?
There are some with, you look through the selection, there's some with heads that are blunted, so they would do bludgeoning damage instead of piercing. There is some that they have like these kind of spade-looking ends, and they do slashing instead of piercing. And then there's selection of quivers that have different designs and look nice.
How much for some bludgeoning arrows?
Same price as regular arrows, and then he looks up the price of regular arrows.
20 for a gold, as per PHP.
Yeah. 1 gold for 20 arrows.
I'll take 40 arrows.
Okay. You have one.
Random to 2.
You have 1 quiver. So you can't fit them all in one quiver. And I think you still have arrows in that one quiver.
Can I get a bigger quiver?
You can buy a second quiver.
Blah.
How much is that?
A quiver. 1 gold.
Done.
And you see a bigger one that can fit 30 arrows for 2 gold.
Okay, so I get the big quiver and 40 arrows.
Sure. So you can carry 50 arrows now. Congratulations, because you have 2 quivers now. You are loaded with arrows.
Okay, I can give him the gold.
Thank you for your business, he says kindly. What do you do?
I just step outside and take a minute to think what I'm going to do next.
And we cut to Zachariel and Tadeas. And Tadeas, oh no, Tadeas wouldn't really know. Never mind.
No, I'm just laying in the front yard, just laying on the ground, looking up into the sky.
I'll say that it's like 11:40, and Hum and Delia walk up. You guys see Cedric and Sihara playing with Dante and Cedric and Floriana and Tadeas.
We're here!
And we have presents.
And we hold up these shackles that are covered in fur. And you can describe a little bit too there, Delia.
Each link on the chain is a different color.
And covered in glitter. We made you something, Tadeas.
Oh, just my size. Look at that.
You guys are weird. I love it.
There's buttons running along the edge of the fur.
And feathers poking out too.
I very appreciative, trust me, but you couldn't have found one just a little bit more flamboyant for me? This is my first time. I really wanted to be showy.
You want us to decorate more? We got stuff!
Floriana just kind of
We do
looks
have
at this
leftover
thing and just
stuff.
kind of says, what is this?
Well, we figured since Tadeas has got some issues that we would chain him up, but we didn't want him to feel like we didn't care. So my friend Delia here thought, you know what would be great? We should decorate him.
Floriana just kind of starts laughing. Just absolutely tickled by this. And
I'm just shaking my head slowly.
I'm pretty proud of us.
It's very adorable.
you have some
Very happy.
You have some interesting friends, she says to Zachariel.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it.
She giggles more.
I think that the glitter gives it better shackle power.
It's
Would you like to
scientifically
test it?
proven.
Nix, did
I
you
got
think of...
one.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I can put my wrist out. Would you like to test it?
Yes!
We cut to Illyria. Nix, did you figure out what you want to do?
Kind of wanting to head to the goddamn receptionist's name.
Oh, Helen's place.
Helen,
All right.
Linda? You mean Linda?
Yeah.
Linda, Barbara.
Karen?
Jesus.
Gary.
I was just going through, all of the nice, obligatory secretary names.
All right, so you approach the address, and you find that there's already a couple of. Actually, no, it's mostly so it's an apartment place that's I'll say
Which one was it? I think you marked it with the orange.
I did. Ah, right, it's behind the Waystshield's headquarters.
There's 2 marks there.
So wait. That is Gordon's house. That's the address that you got. So you walk
Okay,
over.
so I'm here to scoop it out.
It's
Scope
like
it out.
it's like a small, not duplex, but it's a structure that has 2 different dwellings, and you go to the dwelling that was specified in the records, and you find that the door is unlocked. And when you open, it's very Spartan in there. Not much furniture, just a bed, a carpet, and Valora kind of starts sniffing around, and then she just gets to this one spot in the corner, kind of, and then looks at you, and then looks back at the part of the corner, and you look where she's looking, and you see a similar sort of disruption in the earth like you saw earlier. And around it is a couple of fragments of a weird looking mineral that's very distinct against the soil.
Okay, can I take some of that mineral?
You can. It's like this weird yellow color. It's like opaque, kind of sandy. It's not the diamond, sorry. And
all of the diamond dust.
Yeah, no. And so you guys are hanging out over at Zachriel's house and kind of look up. The sun's high in the sky, and then you all realize, where the hell is Illyria?
Zachriel.
Where is Illyria?
You know, I was thinking that we should probably go check Altoci's place to see if she's there.
Illyria, what's your next move?
So, there's nothing else in the house?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the neighbor.
Okay, you knock on the door, and opens up, and you see this young man. Can I help you?
Yes, I was looking for your neighbor. Have you seen her?
Really,
Jellen? What the fuck? I keep forgetting her name.
you said it actually.
Yeah.
He's
Linda.
he says,
Karen.
I didn't really talk with her. She just sort of moved in, and that's it.
Did she come home last night?
I don't remember hearing her door open.
Anything else you can tell me?
He just kind of like, you notice now that he's sort of in his skivvies, not very dressed. He's like hiding behind the door, and he.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
I mean, I work nights, so I'm sort of sleepy. But I remember a few times she had some people over, and they weren't loud or anything, but they're pretty. At least they weren't loud in terms of talking. They made a lot of noise when they moved, though. Sounded like stone scraping.
You couldn't hear anything what they were saying?
I didn't really pay attention. I heard mumbles, but I don't remember anything.
Do you remember what they were wearing exactly?
I don't think I saw them. At least her company. He kind of like starts shifting his eyes like around, and he just kind of anything else?
So he's like looking other places.
No, he's like he's uncomfortable because you're standing there and not saying anything.
You see, I'm really worried about your neighbor. She used to work for my brother. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not really, I'm sorry.
All right, then.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I hope so, too.
He closes the door.
Was there another neighbor?
No, it was just two dwellings in this one structure.
Okay, I go back into Helen's place, Linda's place.
Okay.
I'm gonna take like a piece of like
Sorry.
Like a piece of bedding,
Okay.
just so I can get that sent to Valora.
Okay. I mean, you can just
See
point
if
to
she
it
can
and...
track her.
Okay. She gets a scent, and she just kind of goes right back to the Earth disruption, and then just kind of like, kind of just makes a low, kind of sound like I don't know where else to go.
Damn it! I thought this would be easy. Okay. All right, girl. Let's get out of here.
All right, where are you going?
Can
Are you having trouble?
yeah. Can I go get some like poison?
Yeah.
Where would I get that? Like at a
Roll intelligence.
Why am I not seeing it?
So it's not a skill, it's like an ability. So click the ability.
Can I just be smart enough not to roll it?
It's right underneath Constitution. There you go. You don't really know where to obtain poison in Force Stride.
Okay, is there a main street with shops?
There is, but
Oh, in there.
okay. None of them really sell poison. Not on the main street. What are you trying to do? Are you just trying to get poison to soak your arrows in?
Mhm.
Okay, there's not really anyone that sells toxins on the surface level, but you do find in a general store there's a poisoner's kit. It has like stuff that you can make poisons out of if you have the right ingredients. And with that, I will let you roll nature.
Damn it, I didn't want to make my own. I just want a little vial.
No
Okay,
one
so
seems to
nature?
have any. Yeah, nature. So you know the ingredients and where to find them in Fourth Stride to make stuff that you can apply to your arrows.
How much is the kit?
I think
It's 50 gold.
Done.
Okay. And the ingredients you need, you find in the garden quarter. It's the place with the river running through, and it's like all of these sort of greenhouses. They're not exactly greenhouses because they don't have the glass windows, but they're basically gardens that are fenced off. And you collect some odds and ends to make a certain poison that you can use to apply to an arrow to do a little extra hurt. And the ingredients you find altogether costs 15 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
No, 15, 1-5, right?
15. 10 plus 5, 15. Okay. It's like 10, it's like, it's noon 20 right now, and Illyria is nowhere to be found. What are you guys doing? Are you going to try to look for it?
Well, Delia and I have now shackled Tadeas with our pretty shackles to see how they work.
Post, or am I just like,
Well, we're just trying them on, so we're using one
This
of
is
the
the one with
trees.
the long. Is this the one with the long chain?
Yes.
Okay, so
So-
your arms are free.
And we tie it around the tree with the hammock.
Okay. Cedric's like, what are you doing?
We're making him a rainbow. What do you think, Cedric? Does he look like a rainbow?
do I look like a rainbow boy?
And he's just gobsmacked at this weirdness going on. He just kind of looks at Tadeas and he looks at him. And then he kind of looks at Zachriel, like, for help. And then Sarah's just like...
I look at him the same way.
Sarah just kind of says, it's pretty.
You're such a smart girl.
Yes, she is.
She giggles.
So we should probably untie you. We got to find Illyria.
After you get all the poisons, Illyria, what's your next move?
No, how much poison was I able to make?
You have not made it yet, but you know that you have enough to coat 20 arrows.
If I pay 15 more, can I do 40 arrows?
Sure.
Okay.
And you I mean, your character would know that you need like the arrows that do piercing to make this work. just letting you know. And you know that
Okay.
it'll take you about sheesh. It'll take you about 8 hours of work. Like doing that and nothing else. To make it. So.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to stealthily go home.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be bothered. I just want to draw the shades and just make that poison.
Okay, so I'm assuming everyone else's first stop is Illyria's place, right?
Yes.
Okay. So about half hour into your work, you hear a knock at your door. And it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. No, it's not. It's about 1 in the afternoon now. And I assume that everyone who's looking for Illyria is at her place right now, so play it out.
Knock louder.
I knock louder and I scream, Illyria! We know you're in there!
Try to be as quiet as I can be.
There's no answer.
Is it really breaking and entering if you break into a friend's house?
Yes, it is.
Let's do it.
Oh my
I pull out
god.
my thieves' tools.
You notice that like the blinds are drawn on the windows.
Is this how it felt on the other side when you were following me and interrupting my privacy?
Interrupting your privacy. We were finding you.
What if you were in danger?
Was I?
No, but I mean, that's the thing with what-if questions.
We don't know what happened to Illyria after she left last night. And with Altoci being in danger and dying, I'm worried that Illyria is next. We have to break in if she doesn't open the door.
Well,
Illyria, I'm gonna break in if you don't open the door!
well, let's do something first. I
Probably shouldn't shove that.
pull out you, Darnik, and I kind of feed him underneath the door stop, and I say, "Go take a look for her." And I switch into his eyes and use my telepathic bond to go inspect the house.
Okay, so are you looking for like a way in?
No, I'm just literally putting him under there to see if she's in there at all before we start breaking.
I know, but the blinds are drawn.
No, but he
a dragonfly
under the crack.
Okay, so you're trying to find a way in. Okay, so about 10 minutes pass, and then he finds a way in and kind of looks around. And Illyria, you're really focused, and you don't really hear it or him until he's like right next to you in your ear. And Tadeas, you hear or you see him or you see Illyria hard at work on something in her house.
She seems.
I'm trying to be very careful.
She just seems to be like busy with something. Doesn't look like she's in danger right now. I pop him back into the plane, and then I look at all of them and it's like, I think she wants to be left alone for right now.
You just want to leave her?
Can I make a quick check to see what she was doing? Like, if I know what she was doing?
Yeah. Roll nature.
Oh, I still have disadvantage. Yeah, I got it.
Hard to tell. You know that she's working with some sort of natural components, something like herbalism kind of thing.
She was like hunched over some herbalism thing, doing something with plants. She doesn't look distressful. I would just leave her a note, tell her to meet us up north.
Yeah, we can do that.
But what if she tries to take on the cult herself? She's not well.
She's going to have to go past us to
She's
do
grieving.
Also true.
We should search for that woman.
So. No, she's inside. She's right there. It's just
Not her.
no. Yes.
The receptionist.
We're
Helen.
going to be more successful as a team. And
Linda?
Deborah?
wasn't it
Karen? Lisa?
I'm gonna let you guys believe whatever you want.
All I'm saying is people need their time. And I am not someone who would force that. She wants to grieve right now, I would let her.
Hum huffs a little and crosses her arm and says, fine, leave her a note.
Well, you are obviously the most friendly with her. I would ask that you would leave her a note. And I kind of pull out my papers and I kind of hand them to Hum. Go ahead.
What are we doing next?
Burying me up to my neck.
Dear Illyria, we are going to take Tadeas out into the woods and bury him up to his neck and tie him up with rainbow shackles. Please look for us near the forest. Love, Hum.
Can you draw a small me in the margin with like little X's for eyes?
Are you talking about like What forest are you talking about? Where are you going?
I don't know.
So you're just saying forest with not really any
Uh,
indication?
Make it preference the road to Orbor or
P.S. We're headed towards Ouroboros.
Hey,
Or,
Zachariah, could you shovel off a little bit of this, and I hold out like a little bit of my hair for him to cut off?
Oh my god, you have a dagger.
No, I don't.
Don't you have a mundane dagger or a hand axe?
I have 0 of everything. I gave him everything.
I
Oh my
take the
God.
dagger out. Like, I mean, the shovel's probably not going to do much.
My point exactly. Now.
Delia, should we draw a picture of Tadeas?
Yes, we should.
We should draw a half piggy, half Tadeas.
Oh my god.
You really like to twist that knife in my back. That's great. My point is, you found me once with Illyria. I'm certain if we just leave a little bit of me here, she can find us again.
True enough. So I fold his hair into the letter and slip it under her door.
Okay. What do you guys
Yeah,
do next?
Zachariah's got all my weapons. He's got all my hand axes, my shark sword, all this stuff. I gave it all to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm carrying his equipment.
At this time, I think Valora sees the paper, goes and gets it,
Okay.
brings it to me. I start reading it, and the way Hum put it, I run out the doors saying, "Are you guys fucking gonna kill Tadeas? What the hell did he do?" Draw me a picture with dead eyes on him.
That was his idea! You should have just come to the door!
Sorry.
Right.
I didn't think of how to interpret that. I guess you'll just have to come along.
How long have you been working on this stuff?
Oh my god. Hold on. Fuck.
Glorious. We broke him.
Okay. Mike's okay.
I'll be with you guys in 7 hours.
7 hours.
What?
Did you say it's 8 hours or 4 hours?
I said 8 hours.
8.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean-
you can pause and do it on the road.
It looks like, whatever you're doing when we find a spot for me to be neck high in ground, you can probably do it there.
Right.
How are you doing?
I go in and, I guess, bag it up.
You do that easily.
Make it sound like you're making drugs.
I mean, practically.
Well, we're kind of going on a long journey, aren't we?
Just up to the next town.
How far away is the next town?
So,
I mean, if you're going to Ouroboros, it's a few days.
I assume that's where you want to head, right?
Oh, for sure.
Right.
yes,
I mean,
don't know
you
if-
don't have to sleep for half the night, so you can probably do it then. I don't know.
Yeah, what are you going to do with the other 4 hours when we're all asleep?
I'm not gonna sleep.
Well,
It's
your subconscious might be asleep.
gonna be interesting. I want to see how much of Tadeas' intellect stays around when I'm a piggy. Anyway, whatever you're feeling, we're heading out northward. We need you, and we both have business in Ouroboros, as they've instructed me. We're going to find them, Malaria. We're going to.
We better. We will.
As long as I'm not
We
cooking
are.
the bacon by Zachariel's shovel, I will be there.
There will be no bacon.
I do love bacon.
Bacon's good.
All right, so you guys are gonna start heading out.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
1 in the afternoon. You guys start out in the middle of the day. And that's not really a big deal doing that. So let's take 5.
Tavern at the inn and see what Sinna just shared.
I mean, we just finished a big old leg of stuff. Oh yeah,
That's funny as hell.
Ah. Now all it needs is a small vodka.
A what?
A small vodka bottle.
I think it's fantastic, hilarious.
Let me put that on the stream.
Yeah, they deserve it. Very good.
Wait, Senna, can you quickly draw the vodka bottle? Wait up, Mike.
There it is.
Make sure to do 3 X's on it.
There's the piggy.
Piggy. Oh.
It's on the stream. Have a piggy. Now I'm gonna have to
Not yet, Mike.
edit. Huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. What?
Senna's drawing it with the bottle.
Oh.
Oh, the vodka bottle.
It ain't Tadeas without the bottle.
Okay.
You totally missed it, Sinna. At the beginning, a bottle of alcohol broke on the ground. So I just licked it.
Oh, and it's penned over too. Come on.
It's fantastic.
There you go.
Oh my. So when we come back, I'm gonna be looking at them. I'm like, Delia, you know how to capture my, beautiful side. I'm very appreciative.
Sheesh. All right, you guys ready to continue?
Whatever you are.
Absolutely.
All right. Boop, boop. Okay.
Is Justin here?
Oh, did Justin BRB? No.
I think he actually took your advice to go to the restroom.
Okay.
Christ, it's gonna be 15 minutes now.
Hope it's not one of Justin's. Never mind.
I think he just went pee. He's not pooping.
At least he's not pooping on a car seat.
Oh
Right?
my god.
Oh, so we need a new map symbol for the party, since you guys don't have a mule with you.
I think it was just posted in Discord.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right. Give me a second.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, that's not gonna show up well.
Yeah, because it's
Because it's like... Alright, I'm gonna just get it a generic looking shield, and then I'll make an interesting token for it next time.
Yeah, drop it into what's it called?
GIMP? I use
GIMP, and just do white drops on the paint and everything.
Yeah. Shield. Dirt. It's always a good thing to represent a party with. Yeah. Make that tiny. Okay, so you guys get to here. Over the next let me make that a smidge bigger. You guys get to there over the next 8 hours. The sun kind of sets, but everybody here has dark vision, so it doesn't matter. And you sit down for the night, and you do what you do with Tadeas. What do you do with Tadeas?
Well, we have the shackles.
Okay.
Alright, Tadeas, move around.
Like, you want me to do jumping bat jacks? What do you mean?
Well, you're about to be perfectly still for 8 hours. I would assume you want to, scratch all the itches you have.
I'm quite certain I only get them after I'm buried.
What a shame.
We can send some ants down there to scratch them for you.
Man, that sounds cruel.
That's strangely sadistic.
Can Delia use her tiny hut to cover him up too?
Well, that doesn't.
No, it doesn't
It-
work like that. Because you can
It's
exit.
one way.
Yeah.
You can make it for yourselves, just in case you want a spot to hide in. But it's not gonna help me or contain me in anything.
All right, I'm gonna start digging a hole.
5 feet at a time,
5 feet at a time.
which means 2 holes.
I mean, you can just cast Mold Earth and it's done.
That was exactly it. I was thinking 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go check the area out, make sure it's like safe before we do this.
Okay, so you and Valora kind of look around, making sure that there's no BS, no baddies coming your way.
So,
When we're away from the road.
Yeah, you're off the road a ways. It's sort of rolling hills around here, so you're off the road, out of sight. And yeah, in a sort of grassy, but also with visible soil place.
So I take off my scale mail and I kind of put it in a little heap, and I ask, Delia, did you have a multicolored like gag of some kind for me as well?
Oh, you mean your shackles?
I mean, something for my face. Shackles are great, but when I was turned, he got me with this.
The tusks.
Bad canvas or something with some holes in it.
What
I
can
have
you?
a sash.
If you think it'll be constraining enough.
I don't understand. What does that matter?
I
Bearing
mean,
you to your neck.
And I hopefully don't scratch any of you with my head.
Well, we're not going to lie right next to you, Tadeas. Come on. We will be 5 feet away from your head.
Alright. I'm just worried.
We have nothing to be worried about. Just
I'm
turning into a
worried
frightening nightmare creature.
Yeah.
Did you bury him at this point?
Well, once he took off his armor and stuff and scratched
was-
all the itches he needs to
I just
scratch.
stand in the hole then. I raise my hand for some cuffs.
We put on our furry feathery cuffs.
Kinky.
And at this,
It's just so it doesn't hurt.
Jesus. So at this point, Tadeas, you see and also feel the light of the full moon start to illuminate you as it sort of makes its way over the horizon. Everyone else can see it too. The light sort of turns from being like dark to dim light.
No, Zachariel.
Justin?
What do you mean now?
Bury me!
Alright, calm down. Jeez.
That's a tall order at this point.
I mean, I said I already buried him. I
Oh, okay.
don't know.
So
As soon as he took off his armor, I buried him.
okay, so you're buried.
Right up to his neck, so
Right.
Did
like,
we take his weapons away from him?
You did.
He's
I did.
they're gone.
So,
I haven't had a very
he's like, his chin is touching the ground, so he can't
Yep.
move. Yeah.
So the moon sort of rises more, and Zachariel, you sort of feel the this intense urge sort of boil up inside you, and you look around at your companions, and your vision starts to blur a little bit, and you kind of forget who they are. You see them, and all you really see is meat. All you really see is food to feed your hunger. You feel that you need to kill them. You need to eat them.
Can I make a check to break out of the earth?
I was gonna say, everybody can see like everyone can see Tadeas. Everyone can sort of see his face and his features sort of contort, and much like Yoliver, his hair starts to grow thick, and his nose turns into a snout, and you see these tusks sort of grow out of his teeth. And let's see. I had notes for this.
So is this the man-bear pig?
This is the man-bear pig. Roll a strength check.
I have disadvantage on this still. Ooh.
You do. You just move around and you're completely restrained. You just can barely move, but like when you move, the earth kind of falls and settles and it kind of locks you down tighter. And he just kind of growls. And as the night starts to drag on, the hunger you feel just grows, and it becomes almost unbearable.
I continue to thrash about.
Okay.
Trying to get out.
And
Anyone else craving bacon right about now?
You stop right now.
are you guys gonna set up a watch?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will cast Tiny House or Tiny Hut.
Okay. You ritual cast Tiny Hut, and there is a Tiny Hut. I imagine Illyria gets to work on her
Yep.
makings. You cannot do watch and work on that at the same time.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take
Yes.
second watch, but during first watch, I'm going to
Work
make
on the thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll get 2 more hours of work done on this tonight. Going back to Dusk Market.
I look at Zachariel and I say, get some rest.
Who's taking third and fourth?
All right.
I'll do third.
Okay. Okay. Zachariel kind of growls a lot.
I
Zachariel.
mean, Tadeas.
Sorry, Tadeas. I'm not do that with you guys now. Okay, so Tadeas growls and grumbles around, but can't seem to shake loose from the solid hole he's in, and the night seems to pass without incident. And as the sun sort of rises and Tadeas is hit with the light of the sun's rays and the moon starts to sink, this bestial hunger you feel starts to sort of subside. And Zachariel's on the last watch, so you're just watching him. And when the light strikes his face, he kind of stops moving. And by the way, you're going to take a point of exhaustion, Tadeas.
Okay.
Back
Back to 3.
Yeah, back to 3. So, what does 3 net you?
3 gets me disadvantage on attack rolls a second time.
Okay. Yeah. So, you watch as Tadeas' face sort of like the hair starts to recede back, the tusks kind of like recede back into being normal teeth. His snout turns back into a normal nose, and his eyes sort of just blink. And Tadeas, you are yourself again.
I'll just like,
Morning, Zach.
hello. How are you feeling?
Being bacon sucks.
Yeah, but it's still so delicious. I walk over and kneel down and take out my flask of water and start pouring it in his mouth.
And just kind of let it dribble off of me.
So, before everyone wakes up, did it hurt?
It wasn't painful. It was like having a hunger. Yeah, not eating for years. Just hungering.
Well, you're not looking very well rested.
You mean like shit?
Yes.
No. Just want to know.
Mike, when's the next full moon?
Next full moon.
8 days.
You need to roll a check for that.
All right. I will attempt to roll the check.
It's going to be nature. Tadeas, you can do that too.
Alright. I make mom a disadvantage.
Zachariel, you know that usually it seems like it's around maybe a 10-day. You aren't sure though.
Okay.
Tadeas,
Well.
you're so fucked up you don't remember.
Tadeas, not to scare Hum, but I don't know what's gonna kill you first. We don't get you cured soon. Men have died from exhaustion.
Yeah. I'll need to be well rested and strong for every time we have to do this.
And that's if this only happens on a full moon.
Well, it didn't happen the previous night, so.
You know what you do if I turn, then I can't.
Well, yeah, it didn't happen on the previous night, but didn't we fight Jolliver during the day?
This is true.
But he chose to turn.
We don't know that.
It's true.
I cut his head off.
Mine or Jolliver's?
No.
No. So everyone starts to sort of shuffle awake. Illyria just pops out of her trance.
Well, good morning.
How you feeling there, big guy?
Yeah.
I got Valora off to go get some rabbits for us.
Okay. Make her roll. Make her roll survival.
So, Zachariel, it's not like I'm not grateful for this dirt now, but could I move my arms again?
On her sheet, where do I find that?
I don't know, you look kind of comfortable.
If it's not there, just click wisdom. She's not skilled.
I'm gonna
Valora comes
I'm gonna
back
start
empty-handed.
digging him out, but I'm actually digging him, not using mold earth.
Okay. It takes about 20 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, not even, more like 10. And then Tadeas, you're free and dusty and very uncomfortable.
Yeah. When you get to about my hands area, you can see like my fingernails have like blood on them from me trying to dig out.
Yeah.
I go hunting for birds then.
Okay.
Or hunting for anything.
So that's going to take about an hour. Go ahead and roll survival. Okay, you find Flora, like it's like freaking Duck Hunt. Flora kind of flushes one out, and you shoot it dead, and you have you've got a big fat pheasant.
No laughing dog for me.
Yep. Dun 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 dun. So you guys have a big breakfast of game bird, and it's okay. Unless Zachary has a hand in it, then it's very good.
Oh man, let me work my magic over this campfire.
Yeah. You guys have a delicious breakfast.
Oh, well, it could be awful.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, roll survival, roll cooking, roll for Ramsey.
What attribute am I? Survival?
Man, I wish Wizards of the Coast just decided which attribute. I guess it would be wisdom.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, fucking nailed it, and it's like super delicious, and Zachary, it tastes so good, but in like a good way, not in like satiating and bestial urge kind of way. I mean, god damn it, Tadeas. Sorry. I don't know why I'm doing that again. Ugh. It's because I'm sickish. Tadeas, it tastes amazing. Anyway.
They haven't undone my bounds, so I'm literally just eating like a pig trough right now.
God. It's true, they haven't undone your bounds.
Is he out of the dirt?
Yeah.
I still have all the shackles and like things.
Hum takes off the shackles before food.
Okay.
Did the glitter help?
I look at my arms that are probably covered in sparkles, and then I look at my fingernails that are covered in blood. I'm like, it makes a difference, yes.
More festive.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you
Thank
guys,
you, all of you.
How long does it take them to eat?
how long does it take you guys to eat?
Well, pheasant
Zachary has
would
to-
take at
Zachary
least
has to-
30 minutes to cook.
and then eat and then clean up. So
about an hour.
yeah, take another hour on your poison.
Okay.
Laura's just like chomping down, and Illyria's just kind of like nibbling as she's working on this poison. And you guys,
After everybody's cleaned up, Hum walks over to Illyria and she says, "What exactly are you doing?"
Shh, just a second. It's got to be just right. I go back to concentrating.
Hum goes back and collects all her stuff.
well, adventure awaits.
and you guys start heading out.
Pack up and start heading out.
Okay. You guys start walking, traveling down the road, and about a couple hours in, you get to about here, where the road is kind of close to the forest, and you look to the southwest, and you can just barely see the tops of the trees over the horizon, and you notice about 150 or so feet ahead of you, you see a wagon, and hold on.
Is it moving?
It's moving. It's moving, and it's moving in circles off of the road and back onto the road. And then you notice right behind it, there's a big group of these very large, stocky humanoids sort of chasing it. And from where you are, it's really hard to make out, but roll me some perception checks. Tadeas and Delia, Tadeas, tired as you are, you recognize chasing after this cart and horse are a group of orcs with great axes. And
I need my cutlery.
we'll continue next week.
Hum notices her shoes untied.
Do I notice her shoes untied?
Well, we'll pick that up next week.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Who will
Dun,
you?
dun,
Will she
dun.
notice before she attacks a half orc?
So, thanks everyone for joining us. Anyone who's watching, and we'll pick it up next week. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
All right.
I need to go make this sick piggy my.
Sick piggy, sick piggy. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.